this year I'm using the month of January and the month of February to be my warm-up to my New Year's resolutions. Now, every year I never incorporate fitness or like healthy habits in my New Year's resolutions because I generally feel like I do enough to work out, maintain a healthy-ish, balanced lifestyle. But every single summer, I always find that I feel the same way. Insecure, not really confident in myself, and wishing I did a bit more to prepare myself to feel good in the summer. So this year, I decided to approach my fitness, healthy resolutions a bit different. I decided to really understand what it was that I wanted to do and what it was I was trying to feel by the time summer comes around. And I did want to feel confident, but I already had felt really behind come January 1st. I felt like I didn't really have a set plan. I felt like everybody was already doing all of these different things to kind of get a head start on their New Year's resolutions. So I decided to just kind of take it day by day and use the month of January and the February to really use these as warm-ups to build my habits so that I am super consistent until summer, or hopefully until the end of the year. So in addition to my other personal New Year's resolution goals, I really wanted to achieve an overall healthier lifestyle. And in order to achieve that, I needed to start building on healthier habits. So the past 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks, I started my journey on building these overall healthier habits, which was drinking more water, getting in 8 hours of sleep, working out every day or moving my body, having a morning and nighttime routine, making healthy choices every single day, and reading about 15 to 30 minutes a day. Well, isn't that very ambitious of me? And isn't that how all New Year's resolutions start? This is why January is my warm-up month. The thing is, at this point, when I decided to do this challenge for myself, I didn't have a morning or nighttime routine. I had like fallen off of that, especially like with winter and like the holidays, you kind of just naturally fall off a routine. I hadn't been working out consistently at this point. I was just maybe working out once, twice, maybe 3 times a week. And 3, I was just not very committed to the promises I would tell myself, like I'm gonna work out tomorrow, I'm gonna wake up early, and I wouldn't wake up early. And so I was just kind of going into my day just so rushed, was starting to feel very overly stimulated, and then I felt really sluggish because of it, and then I just felt lazy, and then honestly I kind of just entered into my lazy girl era. And then 2024 came around and I felt so behind. So which is why I really decided to take the pressure off myself and really use the month of January and the month of February to be considered my warm-up months, to help me build onto the habits and then help me to be consistent, so that way I'm more consistent throughout the year and I stay consistent, in which hopefully it would become a lifestyle. And like all New Year's resolutions, on the first and second day, I was motivated, excited, ready, and let me tell you, I did everything on that list. I woke up very early, I worked out, I drank water, I showered, I got ready, I read a book, and I had my coffee all before 9 a.m. And I felt really great, and I was able to do it again the following day. But the third day, I found myself being burnt out already and feeling tired and feeling very overwhelmed by my long list of to-dos. You know, I was just starting to get back on a routine, and it was just something I wasn't used to. For a lot of people, this tactic may work where you just kind of just do everything at once and it kind of just gets the ball going and you can stay consistent. But for me, that is not how it works. I tend to burn out very easily. I become overwhelmed by all the things that I needed to do. So I realized I really had to approach this very differently if I wanted to make this a consistent and healthy lifestyle change. So with this, I decided to take a moment and think about this differently and make a different kind of commitment to myself. I decided that although it would be really great to get all of these things done in the morning before 9 a.m., I knew the first thing I really had to achieve and nail down was being disciplined with myself, following through with my own promises that I created. So if my promise was to work out every day if I could, I needed to really follow through with that, and I needed to be disciplined in that manner. Whether that was me waking up at 8:30 and I was able to squeeze in a light cardio day, then I would do that. And if I wasn't able to, I took the pressure pressure of no matter what, if I have to do this after work, I still had to work out. And I started to become consistent in that. I knew if I could get my workout in, I knew I was winning in some way. And I started to become disciplined and consistent in that way within the first week. And during this week, I also, obviously you're working out, you're drinking more water. I started to become very conscious of how much water I was actually intaking that week. And I started to realize that on average, before this challenge, I was maybe drinking 1, if not 2 glasses of water a day, which I don't think is enough. I started to implement this habit of also being disciplined in a way of making sure I stay hydrated, whether that's as soon as I wake up, when I'm working out, after I'm working out, making sure I have a glass or a water bottle for me to drink out of. And I was actually gifted this Stanley, which I would never purchase a Stanley for myself. Honestly, having this Stanley has really helped me drink more water. Like, I feel very cliche saying it, but it's really true. Find yourself a cute water bottle to set on your office desk, to take with you to work, to have in your car, and just you'll find that you're drinking and you're hydrating yourself so much more. So by the end of week 1, I was really able to implement 2 healthy habits, and to me that was a huge win. I was able to implement drinking and staying hydrated, and I was able to implement working out every single day. Obviously with the occasional rest days in between if needed, but I was just so proud of myself that I was becoming more conscious of the water intake I was taking and feeling like if I didn't want to work out, was it because I was feeling lazy or if I was really tired? I would really check in with myself, and most of the time it was just because I was feeling lazy. And even on those days where I did feel extremely fatigued or really tired, it would just be a very light walk. It would be taking my dog out for a walk, or it was just like a leisurely walk on the treadmill. I was still very proud that in some way I was moving my body. So with this, I really started to notice that when I wasn't drinking or staying hydrated enough, I really found myself getting to a point where I started noticing how fast I was drinking my coffee. I just felt like it was gone in a zip and I really couldn't enjoy it, or I don't even remember enjoying my coffee. And I found that when I wasn't properly hydrating in the morning, I found that I was going through my coffee a lot quicker. It was like I was replacing my water with my coffee. I decided to have my coffee a little bit later in the morning versus right when I would wake up. And that has really helped me a lot. I'm able to naturally wake up, I'm able to properly hydrate my body, and that I'm not really relying on coffee to really wake me up. And on the days that I find myself drinking coffee a lot earlier to wake myself up, I really do find that I hit a very like midday slump, and that is so hard to come out of, especially on the days where I know I need to work out that evening. I really did make it a habit to have my coffee later in the morning. So the end of the first week I ended really great, at least from what I had been through, from not consistently working out to not properly hydrating myself to not drinking coffee to wake myself up. I really ended that week strong. I felt great. My mind felt great. I felt like I could tackle the second week, and I was ready to kind of naturally add on another healthy habit. So by the second week, I decided I wanted to add in sleeping 8 hours. Now, I know that can be a challenge for some people because some people are more of like night people and some people are more morning people. I'm actually more on the scale of being morning person. But I really decided I wanted to try and incorporate my 8 hours of sleep. I wasn't going to bed early to wake up early. I was really going to bed to try to achieve the 8 hours of sleep. So it was just really easy at this point to kind of incorporate 8 hours of sleep, 7 to 8 hours of sleep. And the first couple of nights were a little bit rough, and even now I'm still trying to figure out what this looks like, and naturally I am finding myself falling into a small routine that has naturally just kind of happened. I will say though, mid-second week, I felt like I really hit like a wall. Like it felt like I was in some kind of mental fight with myself. I started to feel like these habits are not enough to create the progress that I would like to see. Kind of felt like, what was the point of this? Is this even worth it? Will I even stick with this kind of healthy habits that I'm like implementing? It felt like I was really fighting myself mid-second week, and I really had to push through. There were days where I wasn't able to sleep 8 hours a day because I just felt overwhelmed. There were days where maybe I did work out, but it wasn't my best workout. I was really battling my own self, and I really had to fight through that and had to subconsciously change my thoughts and the way that I was thinking and the way that I was feeling about myself. So once I got past that midweek just kind of slump, I guess, I really felt re-inspired again. I felt excited again, and I felt very good, and I could see slowly the progress starting to kind of show. You know, I was properly hydrating myself, so my skin didn't look as dull anymore, and my skin now feels and is starting to look a lot more clearer. I'm starting to feel so much better in my clothes now, and I just feel great. I'm starting to feel more confident in myself. I'm starting to see the small little changes. That kind of helped me to understand balance and like what that looked like. There were a couple of days that second week where, you know, I didn't work out because there was a lot happening with work or I got home late, but I knew that I was really trying my best to do what I could. If I wasn't doing a high intensity sweaty workout, I was getting my steps in and walking my dog and just like moving my body in some way. And that has helped me really understand what balance looks like, how balance can help reset your mind to refocus in on like your goals. With me entering this third week, I'm naturally wanting to start being more conscious about the foods that I'm intaking and really working on my diet. Well, not a diet per se, but really doing my best to make sure what I'm eating is healthier than what I have been. And although there are still a lot of things on my list that I haven't really achieved yet, I find myself really tackling on more healthy habits as the days and even the weeks go on. I just truly want to make this a lifestyle, and slow progress is progress, and I have to continue to tell myself that. And I hope that I get to a point where these healthy habits are not just habits, they become a lifestyle. And this is kind of just a video to maybe help you understand that you don't have to do everything at once, and just to take things slow, take them one step at a time. And when you feel overwhelmed, try to narrow that in and just take it day by day. Take it hour by hour if you need to. And I hope that when summer comes around, I feel my best, I feel confident, and just to continue on my healthy habits. And I hope that this video just inspires you to take things slow, create your own plan, do what works for you, and adjust from there. And with that, I really hoped that you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!